Hello and welcome back to DeKalb High School, home of the Barons. We're so glad to have you joining us for tonight's Baron varsity boys to take on the Carroll Chargers. I'm Wyatt Nepper, and Matthew is currently occupied, so I'm here joined today with Cooper Eats. Glad to have you with us. He's usually on the camera, and tonight he will be double tasking that same job plus lending us his sparkling voice. And on the play-by-play, we will have Emma Brooks. And we're glad to have everyone here for a great game. And I mean, you've been on camera all year, so I'm not sure how much you're seeing, but what are your thoughts for this game?
So this game, I've heard Carroll is pretty good, so I'm not sure, but I think the Barons are definitely going to give it their all because they always do.
Yeah, Carroll definitely is pretty good. I mean, in most things, they're a pretty big school compared to us here at DeKalb. They beat us in tennis, so I mean, I'm hoping that the Bears will be able to pull away a little bit here, and I'm really excited for this game. Yep. Right now we're 7-3 overall. The boys have had a great season so far. They've only lost to Dwenger, Whiteland, who was shooting the lights out, and New Haven, I believe. They just recently lost on the road to them.
Yeah, I was here for the Dwenger game. I was not able to make the other two.
Yeah, New Haven was on the road this past Saturday, and I believe it was 70 something to 50-ish. But the game will be underway soon. We've got 55 seconds to go.
Very nice.
And we'll be very excited to bring you DeKalb basketball. Tonight, the head-to-head matchup is looking pretty good. The boys have done very well, and Carroll overall is 6-5, and they've also faced some tough teams. Their losses to Penn, to Columbia City, who are very good this season, and Fort Wayne basketball. Now we're going to play the national anthem for all of you at home. That's the national anthem, and we're so excited for announcing these teams' starting lineups. We're going to start off with Carroll here coming out of the bench. Jackson Van Order starting for them. That's going to be Miles Herring, number 15. Number 22, Carter Middleton for the Chargers. Then number 25, Dominic Keffer. Sorry if we mispronounce any names here. Number 51, rounding it off, Brody Fisher, another senior. And then here, upcoming for your DeKalb Barons, starting off the lineup, we have a pretty similar starting lineup each game. I mean, there have been a few substitutions that we've seen, like especially during the tournament of DeKalb versus Whiteland and multiple other schools getting tired throughout there. But they're starting it off, number 11, capable of a usual starter for the Barons. Guard, 5'10" junior, Brady Vince, a great leader for this team captain, and he's definitely been put some points on the board. He's got the best field goal percentage for the team at 54%, I believe. Dalton Cox there for the Barons, number 20. It's another junior. 6'3" senior forward, number 32, Caden Rice. Great big man, a great asset, incredible athlete on the team. He's leading in blocks for the team. And then Zeke Penrod, another 6'3" senior, number 33. And he's our leading scorer for the Barons. He has put up so many points this season. He is at 131 for the season. And he finds those points from all over the court. He's hard to track down. He works it inside the paint, and he flushes some threes as well. And he just does a great job with it. Hayden Rice is going to be jumping against 51 for the Chargers, Brody Fisher. The ball is up, and Barons take possession. Ball. Yeah, Rice sending it straight into his hands. And here the Barons get their first chance at the court, and Brady putting it up. It just doesn't go in, but Rice is there, doing a great job getting that rebound, and he gets 2 for the team. And it's a great assist there, what he just did, and it just gives the Barons so many opportunities if they're able to get those rebounds just like that. 51, Fisher putting it up for a nice quick 2 there. Brady presses it. Here we go, Barons trying to find the play. Trying to move around the three-point line, but the Barons just aren't able to find an opening past this Carroll defense. Penrod trying to work his way into the paint. A nice jumper there, floats it a little bit. Looked like off of his left hand, maybe not quite what he wanted to do with that stroke. But he put it up, and the Chargers were able to pull it down for their second opportunity. There's a great block there, no physical contact, all ball. And the Barons send it out of bounds. It's going to be Carroll's ball once again. And there's once again going to be out by the Barons, no foul called. There we go. Chargers still looking to find that opening behind the Barons. Penrod down. Gave the Chargers just a little bit of an opening, and they are able to drain a 3. Brody Fisher coming out of this game hot, leading the Chargers all 5 points, 5-2. Barons here down but not out. Trying to find their way past this tough Charger defense. Yep, there's Penrod sending it up for a 3, just not quite sinking it like usual, and it's into Charger hands. The Chargers so far have done very well to set up these plays. They've made a lot of opportunities themselves. They haven't lost anything, and I think the Barons are really going to need to limit turnover opportunities if they keep that up. because if the Chargers aren't mistakes, then they can't keep giving them the ball. There's Fisher once again under the basket, and he's single-handedly leading the Chargers 7-2. There, Rice tries to drive in, all ball contact, and it is going to be in Charger hands. There's going to be the first foul of the game called. That's Caden Rice's first foul. Not going to be a shooting foul. And there, sends it up, and Fisher misses. It's going to be into Barron hands. Vince lobbing it up and into number 10's hands for the Chargers. Carroll working their way inside, trying to find that opening, keeping the Barons on their toes. Fisher saw that double team coming, so he sends it out to number 10 once again, Van Order.
Back to number 15 into 25. 22, throws it up and he misses.
Off the rim, and Vince is able to grab the rebound. And, I mean, it wasn't exactly his legs that got him that rebound. It kind of came to him. But he was definitely putting an effort to try to grab the ball. And that's something we've seen from Brady all season and that we're going to see throughout this game. He puts in so much effort to everything he does in it. And he gives his all every single game. There, Brady sends it up into the hands of Penrod. Here, Barons are going to work their way around the three-point line. Working the perimeter, Dalton rushes in and is able to get that layup. Nice combo by him. And here it's going to be Chargers ball up by 3, 7-4. Chargers working inside, and there it's going to be Barron's ball. Foul calls on the Chargers. Here we go. Barron's working around the perimeter. Vince sending it up for a 3. He had the look there, but it just goes out of bounds, and it's going to be into Chargers territory. 3:16 on the clock. It's not always a shot he takes, only when he's really confident from what I've seen. And it was just off there. It looked like it was contested pretty well. Chargers putting it up in Cox's eyes, but Vince, once again, is able to pull it down. Middleton is on Vince there, and Penrod's able to put it up for a long 3. He is so effective from that spot on the wing. Chargers driving in, and Pebble's there, ready to catch that slip, but it just goes off the hands of Meinhardt, and it's going to be Chargers' ball once again. A great effort there by Pebble. Vince so far the only one of the starting squad that's been subbed out, and Pebble's in for him. There's going to be a foul called. And that foul is going to be on the Barons. Tatum Palumbo. And here we go. They're going to. Chargers get another attempt here. And he sinks it. 9 for 7. 9-7 Chargers lead. Working their way around the perimeter, the Barons just not able to get past a tight Carroll defense. The Chargers are just not letting anything inside, and they've got a big man ready in the paint. But there, Penrod does a great job to pull that down. And there, Palumbo's working his way inside the paint, but Fisher just able to pull it down. Fisher is definitely going to be a hard person to shut down throughout this game. He's a big guy, and we've seen him make some good shots. And the Barons are going to need to find a way to counter him if they're going to want to pull this game out. Here, Barons ball. They got 50 seconds on the clock. Penrod lobs it over to Cox. Cox is able to drop his defender, but he slips the ball into the hands of Fisher. And Carroll has possession once again. 30 seconds to go. And Carroll's going to want to draw this out so they get the last shot. And don't give the Barons a chance to come back here. Pebble there trying to get the steal, but a foul is called, and he's gonna be the recipient of that. Definitely eager there, and as the game goes on, they're gonna want to limit those fouls because they just don't want to get into that foul trouble that could draw the Chargers' lead out further. 10 seconds to go. Chargers don't have much time, but they're able to work their way into the paint. The assist there. And number 11 taking it in, Monzer Omar, and the Chargers will have the last score of the quarter, 11-7. And this has really been a defensive game so far. The Chargers and Barons have done well to limit scoring. It's been pretty low scoring and relatively compared to other games. And the Barons are just going to need to find some momentum here, as a lot of times they like to go on runs as the scores change and vary. They're able to do very well with that. And they just need to find their groove against these Chargers. They're going to need to find ways to break inside the Carroll perimeter and charge into the paint. Even if Fisher's waiting there, they'll find some opportunities for the defense to draw in and get a mismatch there possibly for the Chargers and Barons. Yeah. And now, with how many rebounds he's gotten so far, you may think that Brady Vince is a pretty tall guy. He's only 5'10", so compared to some 6'3" seniors in Caden Rice and Penrod and Meinhardt. He's just got some great legs underneath him, and he's always looking for that ball, following up that shot to try to get a rebound. No timeouts called that first quarter. It's been a relatively quick game, but there's going to be a foul called as number 4 drops to the floor. And the Barron crowd is not a fan of that call. They're quite light about that one. But the Chargers have it anyways, and they're able to kick it back out past the line. Working his way inside, number 10 there again. Middleton, Jackson Van Order is able to put it up for 2. And they now lead by 6. Vince has the ball. He's trying to find an opening once again. Passes it to Lumbo. Caden Rice under the basket, dishes it out to Vince, and he nails a 3 there. Great awareness there by Rice, and he did a great job finding Vince, and Vince had plenty of time with the defense drawn in like that. There's going to be a foul called. And that's going to be on Pebble. His second for the night already. Chargers driving in. There's a slip, and it's into the hands of Vince. Has the breakaway and finds that layup. A great job by him, and Barons are only down by 1 point. Chargers may be getting a little frantic. Fisher has worked that move before, and it works for him once again. He's able to get his 2. 6 minutes on the clock, and Chargers up by 3. There's a full court press there by the Chargers. I mean, not exactly tough until they crossed the timeline where there was that double team. But it was there, and we'll see how that evolves as the game goes on, if they'll become more aggressive or more passive, just tending to stay back as the time goes on. I know from the Barons, we only see a couple of them doing that. Pebble especially will contest it before the timeline, and we see the same again for the other point guards, Cox and Vince, who are leading the team in steals, trying to get the Barons a chance. Vince sending it in, and Cox is recipient. He's able to make time. Trying to drive in past his defender, but not finding that opening. Sends it into Rice, who's able to put it up, but not in. He's able to get his own rebounds, and there it's going to be into Carroll hands. Vince doing a nice job there, slowing down that momentum, making sure that the Chargers aren't able to get a mismatch. But there's a nice drive in, and Van Order is able to get a nice 2. Here, Penrod's going to be in for the Barons once again, and trying to drive his way in, but isn't able to get past his defender. Dishing it out past the arc into Penrod's hands, into Rice's hands. Back to Penrod. Penrod puts it up and nails another 3. His second for the night. That's the third for the Barons, and not many teams expect the big man to be ready for a shot like that. But Penrod is definitely aware and ready. Barons are able to pull it down. Cox is able to jump up there. And here it's going to be Baron ball. Vince sending it in for the Barons. Chargers are only up by 2. And there's a nice jumper there by Penrod. Just floats it into the basket. It's much harder to do than it looks. And it's all tied up right now with 4 minutes to go. Chargers putting it up for a nice jumper there over Cox's head. And here we see that full court pressure once again. Looked like they were going to close in for a triple team there on Cox, but he's able to pass it off. And the Barons are across the timeline. Penrod puts it up. Oh, no, unfortunately does not make that one. No, bounces around there, and it's into Carroll's hands. 19-17, the Barrels have a chance to extend it. A long 3 there, and it's a nice shot by number 22, Middleton. Middleton has been another great asset for the Chargers tonight. Lolo gets it out of there. Rice there, missing the 3. And the Chargers are just doing a better job so far of converting their shots. They take a lot of time, and not quite as many threes, but when they have the shot, they have it. When they're able to build the plays exactly like they want them, they work them well. Vince, a great effort there to try to put it in, but there's going to be a foul called before he works in. There's going to be a sub coming in to the Chargers, number 15, Herring coming back in. There, Vince sends it in, but Herring's going to knock it back out, and the Barons still have possession here. Putting it up once again. There's going to be a foul called. That's going to be counted as a shooting foul. That's the 3rd foul for this quarter. Rice putting it up, and there's one. There, he missed the 2nd. But, I mean, he doesn't miss many. He's 75% from the free throw line. He's a good shooter, and it's very appreciated to have him on the team. He's just so athletic, doing what he can to support this Baron offense. Carroll there, able to find their way inside the paint past multiple defenders, and it's going to be a foul on Palumbo. That's Palumbo's 2nd foul. Put it up, and there's a miss for the Chargers. Got a chance here. Multiple subs coming in for both teams. Pebble coming in, and Cox coming in. There, they put it up and get the 2nd. Barons fighting off this full court pressure. Vince making it across the timeline. Minute 40 to go. And the Barons are down by 5. They're going to want to make these last couple possessions here count, as they don't want Carroll to slip away with a lead too big in the half. Penrod sending it to Rice, still working their way around the arc. Rice to Vince. Vince was also trying to get around, just trying to find that opening. Pebble, Penrod. Drawing a lot of time off the clock here. If they don't get in soon, then they may just want to try to figure out how to draw this out. So they've got plenty of time.
Pebble puts it up.
Does not make it in. Nope, just missing that 3. And the Chargers have plenty of time to make a play. 40 seconds to go. And looks like they may be holding it for most of that time. Chargers working their way around the arc. The hook back in, number 11. And Chargers just holding it. 10 seconds to go. Following the action, they put it up for a 3. Miss, and the Barons have an opportunity. 3 seconds to go. What's Vince going to do? Sends it up. Oh, and just off the rim. Too bad. And that could have really pumped the team up going into this half, but they've got nothing to be ashamed about. Only down by 5 here against the Chargers, 23-18. It's been a pretty low scoring first half. What are your thoughts, Cooper?
Yeah, it's been really interesting. I've heard Carroll was really good, so I'm really happy that the Barons they're not behind by that much.
Yeah, it's definitely been a defensive game so far. Pretty low scoring compared to other games we've seen. And the Barons just need to put a stop to the Chargers' offense and limit turnovers as much as they can, because Carroll's able to really eat away at the clock when they have their possessions. They're really thorough, making sure that when they have a possession, they're able to get a good shot off. And most of the time, that ends up with them scoring, even if they haven't scored that much throughout the game. But so far, it's been a very good game. And while we've got this halftime break, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors: Ben Davis Chevrolet, Mefford, Weber and Blythe, OPS. Some sponsors we're just very thankful for sponsoring DeKalb Athletics. And of course, Auburn Essential Services for sponsoring us here at BTV, so we can bring you this live coverage of games and events here at DeKalb High School. And I mean, what are some other events that are going on with theater and show choir coming up, Cooper? Sorry, could you repeat that? What are some events coming up here at DeKalb High School with show choir and theater?
Towards the end of January, I believe, is the Show Choir Invitational. And then we also have the Masked Musketeer in the DeKalb Theater Department. This is our black box show that will be in the theater room in February. I believe you know the dates for that.
Yeah, that's going to be the 6th, 7th, and 8th
of February. So it's a great show. Of course, by our student-led department. Yeah, it's great. I'm involved in the department, and it's a really fun, good time.
And after that, we've got a couple shows taking place, The Little Mermaid, and after that, the summer intensive with K through 12 students all throughout DeKalb County.
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, very excited for that. Those shows are always a lot of fun. And we thank all of you that are listening in and commenting here on the video quality. We're going to try to
make it a. We're gonna try our best to get the quality better, but I'm not sure at the moment what's going on with it. But we thank you for your input, and we'll try our best. If not in this broadcast, then in the next one to fix it. We're also very thankful for the student section out there today. It's a whiteout theme this evening, and we love to see all the support that Barron fans are able to put into it, along with that of the pep bands who are out here always supporting DeKalb athletics. We don't always get to see them, and always grateful for the cheerleaders out here tonight. We're so grateful, all of them here at DeKalb High School. And I know it's been a busy night. Coming back from break, all sorts of stuff happening. Show choirs currently rehearsing. I don't know if they're done yet, but they were when we left. And before that, Mass Musketeer rehearsal was taking place, along with wrestling. I know has been going at it. And a lot of events going on here at the high school. Down there, you can see Colton Schooley, our #1 super fan, shooting with a ball he got from the varsity squad, throwing out and trying to show off his basketball talent. Not sure how many threes he actually made there. I don't think he made any, but you know what? Sometimes that's the way it is. Yeah, you got bad days. I bet he'd make all of them. Otherwise, any other day. I mean, that's our super fan right there, of course. And we're back. Hopefully, what we did there may or may not have fixed the lag. We can only hope. We're not sure, really. But the Barons and Chargers are back on court, and we're very excited for this second half of the game. If you can't watch, then hopefully you can listen to the sound of our soothing voices, as we like to say. Yeah, aren't they just lovely? Here we go. Barons are going to come in with first possession. Coming in for the Barons in the second half. It's going to be the same as the starting lineup. Hayden Palumbo sending it in. Dalton Cox, Zeke Penrod, Hayden Rice, and Brady Vince. There's a nice move there by Penrod underneath the basket in the paint. Already back to catching up. Yep, that's his first 2 of the night. That's his first field goal. And he's had 2 threes so far and 8 points overall. Nice block by Brady, but another Charger gets it and they throw it up and make it. Yep, a nice offensive rebound there. And here's some harder full court pressure there by the Chargers as they're stopping Cox from heading down the court. Vince has an open shot from the corner, but unfortunately it bounces out. What? Vince has the ball. Yep, and unfortunately do not make it. Here we see Dalton with the ball. He passes it to Penrod. Penrod back to Dalton Cox. Dalton runs it down the court, throws it up. Does unfortunately not make it, and the Chargers grab it. Yeah, but that hits the top of the basket, the backboard, and it's going to go out of bounds for the Chargers. Barons are still down by 7 with 6:15 to go, and Chargers have a lot of time here to make a play. Fisher, they're sending it way out for the 3, and Barons are going to get the rebound. No full court pressure there. Vince is bringing it down the court, trying to find that opening. Yeah, and he just trying to find a play as well. Meinhardt trying to work his way around the paint, but just doesn't let it slip in time. And here the Chargers are at it again. Chargers kicking it out. Another wide open 3 there, and the Chargers this time able to sink it. Van Order
is just able to drain that one. The Barons are really going to need to watch that. That's the second time in a row that they've had an open three like that, and they just can't allow opportunities because they're going to go in eventually.
Yeah, that puts the Chargers ahead by 10 points with the Barons having 20. Chargers are ahead by 10 with 30. Meinhardt passes it to Palumbo. Palumbo to Penrod. Penrod puts it up, does not make it in the Charger hands. Chargers put it up and do unfortunately make that shot. And timeout is called.
Yeah, they're going to be up by 12, and that's going to be the first timeout called, I believe, this entire game. I don't think there was a single one called in the first half. And now the Chargers are just gaining a lot of momentum here. There's some ladies taking the court, and they're going to be heading out now. The cheerleaders cheering on this DeKalb squad. And at times, we have a super fan in the regular crowd of parents and family that cheers up around this time, and he heads out for Baron fans and gets the crowd all hyped up, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him, hopefully. Once again, I apologize for all the laggy feed and how spotty it has been so far in this game. On the next timeout, next quarter break, we're gonna try some more options to see if that fixes it. There's another 30-second timeout for the Barons. Chargers taking the court here. Barron ball. Cox is going to be sending it in. As they head in with 4:15 on the clock. Cox finds the open man in Pebble, who's able to break away from his defender. Carroll has just put in a very tough, tight defense, and I think the Barons utilizing some of their speed and players like Vince and Cox and Pebble, they could really do well to find just a small opening and break through, trying to find that breakaway inside the paint. We saw Vince do it earlier, and it just could be a great opportunity for the Barons there. There, Fisher gets a shooting foul. He's going to be sent up to the line.
Puts it up. Vince is able to pull it down as he misses that free throw. Barons are down by 14. A great effort there by Vince, drawing that foul. And I mean, just like I was saying, he was able to get inside the paint using his speed. He was able to find that opening. And even if he wasn't able to get that layup or a jumper there from inside the paint, then he did well to draw that foul. There, 1 for 1. And he's got a chance for 2. There he puts the second one up, and the lefty makes it. Pebble there putting on the full court pressure, like we were talking about earlier, and trying to get that steal, really trying to get a turnover there on the Chargers. There's a push, a foul there. Brady Kohler there getting that foul, and that's his first of the game. Chargers send it way out to number 22. And Fisher's going to try to drive into the paint. Off pass there, but 15's able to pick it up. Barons dish it out to the corner, and Chargers just aren't able to put it up. Vince is able to get that rebound. Take some time there, and he's able to give the Barons an opportunity to cool and relax. Vince is running it back down. Passes it to Color. Yep, they've got a chance to drop this lead down under 10 into single digits, and that could be great for the Barons. Might hurt for Pebble to Vince. Vince sends it to Color. Yeah, he had a hard time finding a receiver there. Color sends it back to Vince. Yeah, there, Vince is trying to call a play, but teammates just not quite getting it. Here we go. Hopefully he's able to find something. He's able to drive in. A nice layup there by Vince. Pebble's able to pull that down, and Vince is able to take it away.
He runs it back down the court.
A great effort there by the Barons, by multiple Barons. He's able to put it up, but it's just going to be too hard breaking through that defense, and it's going to be into the hands of the Chargers. There, the ball is stripped out of Carroll's hands, but the foul's going to be called here. And just once again going to be Carroll possession.
Yeah, the DeKalb student section is not a fan of that call either.
Here we go. Chargers have a minute left in this quarter. And they could honestly use this entire time to run this clock out. Which, and look, I mean, that's what they did with similar amounts of time remaining in the first half. But there they find the three, and he sinks it. Van Order leading this team. He's done a great job so far.
quite a kerfuffle there, and I believe that 3 is not going to count. Van Order fouling the Barons there, and Vince is going to step up to the line here. There he's off, but he's got a chance here. And there he's off. 0 for 2. Missing that opportunity there. Still, it's going to be Barons ball, and they're going to head at the Chargers. Vince buying some time. Here he's got 20 seconds to go. Wants to make this the final shot for the Barons. Just getting the heads of Carroll as they head into this fourth quarter. Make sure they're aware that the Barons are still in this. They're not out of it by far. Pebble sends it way long, and the Barons don't have much time, but Vince is able to send it in, and he misses the 3. And here we've got a minute to go until we're in the fourth quarter. And you may see a picture cut out here. We're very sorry about how staticky this stream is, how choppy it's been so far, and we're trying our best to fix it on the go. Not sure how well this one will work. Right now, the cheerleaders are on the court and cheering up this parent crowd. Looks like our super fan is not out there today, cheering up the adult crowd. Love to see him, but he's probably got a busy schedule, can't make it to everything. And, that's fair enough for us here. And right now, it looks like I didn't fix how choppy this stream is. I'm so sorry, Baron fans. It's a little bit. Here we go. Chargers are going to bring it in as the Barons head out of their huddle. Barons are down by 11 so far, and they've got one last shot here at settling this game. Oh. Fisher there using his body, and the Chargers are able to get it back. Slip there, and Chargers are going to continue working the perimeter, trying to work past the Baron defense. Number 4 putting up for a long 3 from the corner, and Barons take it. Chargers now up by 14. And it's going to be Barons ball. Polar sending it in for the Barons. Full court pressure there, but Cox was able to make it past the timeline. Polar trying to drive in, but just finds the paint crowded, and he isn't able to work it. And here it's going to be Carroll's ball. Full court defense here by the Barons. Really trying to get that steal. Vince isn't able to grab it. But no foul call is called there until the Chargers get an offensive foul. And Vince is going to take it. Vince sending it in. He's going to send it to Cox. 7 minutes to go in this final quarter of this game. Penrod trying to find an open man. He finds Rice in the paint, and he gets a nice combination there for two. Some easy combinations like that really work wonders for the Barons, as they've got some big men who are able to cover that spot in the paint. Kohler just missing that ball there.
Another open three for Carroll.
Yeah, number 4 nailing it once again. And Barons are back to where they started, down by 14.
Bummer.
More than 14. Here, Vince sends it out to Kohler in the corner, and that goes long off the rim.
Number 4, we'll see if he makes another one. He does not.
But there is going to be a foul called, and he's going to step up to the line. And that's another foul on Caden Rice there. Colombo stepping in for Kohler, and Chargers miss the first, and they've got a chance for another. There they get one from the charity stripe, and the Barons are really going to need to watch out that they don't give more opportunities, because that's just going to inch the Chargers further away from them in this game.
Penrod puts it up. Does not make it, unfortunately.
Nope. 3 Baron hands, though, there, trying to grab that rebound. None of them able to pull it down. But Chargers missed the pass down court, and it's going to be Barron's ball as that was sent out of bounds. Tony Barron ball here still. Foul called, and Vince is going to be setting it in. 5:19 to go. Barron's down by 16. Penrod putting it up and nailing another 3. He's 3rd for the night. He's really been hitting those. I can only think of one that he's missed. And Barron's doing a great job here. A little slip there by the Barons, but they're able to keep control, and Cox taking it down court. Vince driving it in, puts it up, but it just slips over the rim. And there's going to be a timeout called. And Chargers are going to maintain possession, I believe. Baron cheerleaders taking the court.